quit having me rank men. A couple tier lists ago, I did a tier list for the hottest presidents in American history. Now we're taking their partners. How hot are all the vice presidents? First, we got John Adams. I don't remember what I said about him in the president's tier list, but either way, the guy is more bald than Poseidon in the SpongeBob movie, so I have to give him a D. Next is Thomas Jefferson. He looks like a distinguished gentleman that totally doesn't own slaves. Next is Aaron Burr. Oh my god, I have never seen a more unattractive, middle-aged, half-balding man in my life. Thank god this guy didn't become the president. Alright, next is gonna be George Clinton. You know, I kinda wonder if this guy was accepting blowjobs under the table much like Bill. Are they related? Elbridge Gerry. Who the fuck is this geriatric guy? Oh, wait, I said a pun! Daniel Tompkins just kind of looks like he's in a phase where he wants to be emo, but he's kind of too fat and awkward really to do that. He just comes off as just being that weird kid. John Calhoun's looking pretty hot in like the crazy scientist sort of way. Yeah, he's kind of got something going for him. I'll probably give him a B. All right, next is Martin Van Buren. I don't remember what I gave this guy in the president's tier list, and I really don't care about consistency. Yeah, this guy's looking kind of fugly, so I gotta give him an F. This guy's name is Richard Mentor Johnson. You know, for a guy whose first name is Dick, he looks like he probably has the smallest one that exists. Little PPs aren't exactly great. He ain't looking too hot. I gotta give him an F. John Tyler. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, this was like the guy that like starves himself. And like I said, I like him thick, so I don't really like it when you starve yourself. George Dallas. That name kind of goes hard, but like, he's really not making me very hard. I tell you what, we're off to a really slow start here. Next is Millard Fillmore. I remember what I said about him. Millard Fillmore, that gets an A. Fill me more, buddy. William R. King. Wow, that is the most English-sounding name I've ever heard in my life. John C. Breckinridge. He looks like he hasn't slept in 2 weeks, so I feel like if I start going back there and clapping his cheeks, that he's just gonna fall asleep. So I guess if you're into necrophilia, that could be right up your alley. I don't know, I'll go B. I probably would. Next is Hannibal Hamlin. That name is absolutely fire, but that double chin is not. I did say that I like him thick, but this guy looks like he's dying from dysentery right now. Once again, Andrew Johnson looks exactly like Gene Hackman. All right, I gotta read this guy's name for you real quick. Schuyler Colfax. Look, I love the beard, but that name sucks ass. D. Henry Wilson. Oh my, this guy looks like his face is so fucking generic. This guy's face looks like Emmett's face from the Lego movie, where it's just so fucking generic that it blends in with every other face that is ever to existed. So this guy, I have to give like a perfect mediocre probably. William Wheeler. All right, he's looking like a little bit of on the older side, but he is looking like a distinguished gentleman on the older side too. So kind of up there with like Thomas Jefferson tier, I'd say. I'd say William Wheeler's looking kind of hot. Not gonna lie, looking kind of cute. Chester A. Arthur. As much as I dig the sideburns, I remember what I said about him last time, that double chin is just unforgivable. Next is Thomas Hendricks. Kind of a fire name, not gonna lie, and I think he's kind of up there with Wheeler. Kind of that older, distinguished gentleman, almost like a Gilf style, I would say. Just not quite as much. B. Oh man, who is this guy right here? Levi Morton. Oh my goodness, those are the most magnificent set of sideburns I have ever seen in my life. Oh, I have to stop. I'm gonna lose. I'm going to lose No Nut November if I keep. I wanna keep gushing over this guy's just absolutely godly sideburns, but I have to keep myself disciplined. This man's an S tier. No, I don't have another tab open to tell me all the names of these guys. Bald. My eyes! Garrett Hobart. God, I've never heard more of like a homeless man's name ever in my life. Killer mustache though, I'll give him a B. Teddy Roosevelt. God. Another absolute hot man right here. I gave him an S last time. That's only fair that I give him an S right now. What I would like for Teddy Roosevelt to put his big stick in my anus. Charles Fairbanks. Love the goatee. Love the absolute bushy goatee. Doesn't even look like he has a mouth under there. That's pretty hot. James Sherman. This man looks like an absolute beta cuck. Only gets to sleep in his own house when his wife's boyfriend allows him to. This man looks like he has a fetish of getting dominated. So I gotta give him a D for domination. Thomas Marshall. Does this man not look like he works on the railroad? That stash at least I think will get him up to a C tier. Calvin Coolidge. He looks, again, he kind of looks like a young distinguished gentleman. So I'd have to give him an A. I absolutely would clap his cheeks. Charles Dawes looks like he's barely holding his eyes open from falling asleep. D. Charles Curtis. Holy fuck, we just go from one Charles to the next Charles. Look at that stash. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because all these other vice presidents after this guy, they don't have any facial hair. This was the last man with facial hair. This was the last manly man who held this office right here. So for that facial hair, for this man to have the balls to wear a mustache in office, I think is pretty hot. I gotta give him an A tier right there. Next is John Nance Garner. That is the name that probably most sounds like a woman, like on this list. Even more like a woman than the actual woman on the list. Either way though, I'll give this guy a C. You know what? I'll give him a B. He looks kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. Who's this sexy looking guy right here? Henry A. Wallace. God damn! Look at that hair, dude. Look at this guy. This guy's looking cute as fuck. Like, I know he's a little different than, you know, the style up here, you know, with facial hair and being a little thick, but like, goddamn, this guy's one handsome hunk. I'd let this guy take me back behind a Waffle House and clap my cheeks. All right, next is Harry S. Truman. I think last time I gave him like a D tier. Then someone brought to my attention about how this guy has like a shirtless photo at a beach, and I took a look at that photo and I was like, God damn, that's a man right there. Harry Truman, I think I gotta move him up to a B. Harry, you earned it, man. Alban Barkley? Ugh, I don't really like that name. F. Dick Nixon. I don't think I really liked him. I really didn't, so D tier. Lyndon B. Johnson. I think last time I gave him like an A tier or something like that. He looks fugly as shit, but he had cabinet meetings while he took a shit and bragged about his cock, which is kind of hot, not gonna lie. I'm a little turned on by that. Ooh, God. What is this monstrosity? Hubert Humphrey? I do not want this guy to Hubert hump me. Ugh. This guy looks like he grew up next to Chernobyl. F. Spyro Agnew? What the fuck kind of a name is that? Someone's cat walked across their keyboard and they got Spyro Agnew, and that's just what they said. Oh, yeah. That's just this guy's name now. Either way, anyone's going to look attractive next to Hubert Humphrey. So Agnew, I'll give a B. Compared to Humphrey, he's looking like Sydney Sweeney out here. Gerald Ford. Yeah, like I said, he doesn't tickle my pickle, so I gotta give him an F. Nelson Rockefeller. You know, with how famous the Rockefellers are, I thought they'd at least be a little hotter than this. I mean, he's not bad, but like, I just kind of thought that he was gonna be hot. Like John F. Kennedy, for example. Kennedy was hot as shit, all right? Because he was a celebrity beforehand. Donald Trump, hot as shit because he's a celebrity beforehand, right? The Rockefellers, they were all celebrities beforehand. And this guy, he just kind of mid, just very mid. So I gotta give him a C. Although my expectations, I'd expect him to be like up here somewhere. He falls short of expectations there, Rockefeller. Do better. Walter Mondale. This is the most vanilla looking guy I think I've ever seen in my life. He's just a nothing burger, an absolute nothing burger. So like, he's the epitome of C. Tell me he doesn't already look like a goddamn corpse, like just in this picture. George Bush Sr. Wait a minute. One thing I never asked about the Bush family is, are they called Bush because they don't shave down there? Dan Quayle. God damn. This ginger over here, oh man, he's kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. He may not have a soul, but I will let this man suck my soul out of my body through my cock. Quayle, I gotta give an S. That guy's kind of hot. Wait, I think I moved someone on accident. Al Gore. You know what? Al Gore's kind of cute. Like, you look at this man's, like, little smile right there. I don't know. He looks like he would treat me right. Al Gore, I'll give you an A, man. Yeah, he's kind of cute. Dick Cheney. Oh, Dick. You know, I really don't know what this guy could be, because Dick Cheney kind of looks like he could be one of two guys. Either Cheney is gonna be the guy who's secretly packing like a 12-inch long schlong between his legs, or he's a guy who secretly has a cuck fetish. I really don't know which he kind of looks like, because he kind of looks like both, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I want to put him at S because it looks like he's got a massive cock, but I want to put him at F because he looks like he has a cuck fetish. So I gotta give him a C for that. Joe Biden. Biden, when he was vice president, I will say was a little hotter than what he is now. Now he's like a D tier, but I think when he was vice president, he was C tier. He was all right. Mike Pence. I don't know how it's possible for a human being to have hair that is that gray. Mike Pence, again, just looks like your normal, regular ass fucking dude, so I don't think I can give him anything higher than a C. Oh, finally! Good fucking God. The last 3 tier lists I have done have all been ranking how hot men are. Finally, I get to rank a woman. D, she doesn't have a BBL. So that's my tier list right here of the hottest vice presidents. Hopefully my next tier list won't have to be ranking how attractive men are. I can only hold in my cum for so long. Bye.